Today we will see the 9 footballers who have defied death. In 2017, Barcelona played against Juventus in the Champions League. Juventus had won the first game 3-0, and Messi knew that if he did not work some of his magic, Barcelona would not advance to the next round. The two teams were hungry, they were trying hard to score a goal. But almost at the end of the first half, Messi launched himself into a duel to get the ball, but this duel almost killed him. Messi almost lost everything in that instant. The doctors said he was very lucky, because if he had fallen even 2 millimeters further on his neck, he would not have made it. Even if Barcelona lost that game, the important thing was that Messi was okay. Now let's talk about Di Maria, where his life and that of his family was in danger. It was the beginning of the 2021 season, everything was going well. PSG had started the season great and wanted to make a name for themselves. During the game against Nantes, everything was going well. However, something bizarre happened. During the 62nd minute, almost all the phones started ringing and Di Maria left the field. What could have happened? His family was in danger. Apparently, thieves had been keeping an eye on Di Maria for some time, and they knew he would not be home that day because of the game. So they took the opportunity to break into his house. They entered the house. Inside the manse were Angel's 2 daughters and wife. The thieves ransacked the house and took everything of value, such as his wife's jewelry collection, with the value of $600,000. Afterwards, the thieves left. The strange thing is that this is not the first time Di Maria has been robbed, so his club hired guards to protect the players' lives. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is not an easy opponent to deal with. He narrowly escaped an assassination attempt early in his career. In 2010, Peter Menks was arrested in Malmö, Sweden, for killing 2 people and attempting to kill 8 others. In prison, he began writing in a diary of sorts, where he wrote that he had an important goal. While strolling in Malmö, he saw Zlatan parking his Ferrari in a no parking zone. This made him so angry that he went home to get his gun. But when he returned, Zlatan was gone, having driven away a few minutes earlier. One incident completely changed Ronaldo's life. January 8, 2009 was an unusual morning for him. The day before, his team, Manchester United, had lost, so his coach asked the players to come to practice early. Everyone was on the field except Cristiano. Ronaldo had overslept, and when he woke up, he saw many messages on his phone from his teammates. So he jumped out of bed and went to practice. He had only 20 minutes to get to the field, so he took his fastest car. But little did he know yet that this would be one of his biggest mistakes. Ronaldo had recently become a famous soccer player, but this fame was about to disappear. Ronaldo crawled out of the car, which was completely wrecked. It was a miracle that he did not even get a scratch. Speaking of accidents, 25-year-old Sofiane Kiyine was about to lose his life due to speeding. The Moroccan player played in the Italian league. He was staying at Lazio and then went to Belgian club Leuven in 2022. In March 2023, he was driving his sports car when he suddenly crashed into a traffic circle at 200 kilometers per hour. The car flew through the air at high speed, crashing into a sports hall, creating a huge hole in the building. Miraculously, Sofiane was not seriously injured, and fortunately there was no one inside the building. I think that Sofiane, while driving, was distracted because he was watching one of our videos on his phone. So sign up so you don't get hurt. Like Sofiane, Neymar also had sports cars and one of them almost killed him. While at Barcelona, Neymar had an accident with his Ferrari. Going too fast, he ended up going off the road, but fortunately he was not hurt. Neymar is a lucky man. Iker Casillas has been a legend, winning numerous titles including the World Cup. It was May 1st, 2019. Iker had been playing for FC Porto in Portugal for 3 years. But that day, the unimaginable happened. While training with the team, Iker had a heart attack, was immediately taken to the hospital but survived. He was in the hospital for a week and then recovered. After a while, he was back on the field, however. Both he and his club, FC Porto, were cautious and did not want to rush things. A year later, on August 4th, 2020, he made the final decision. Iker Casillas retired for good. It was a sad day because he had retired, but also a happy one because he was doing well. In 1992, Neymar was only 4 months old when he and his parents were visiting relatives. But then it got dangerous. He lived in Brazil, and they were going up the mountains to visit relatives when a big storm started. It was raining so hard that nothing could be seen. Then something terrible happens. The family had an accident, and everyone was injured. Neymar's father stated, "A car was coming at me, and I tried to avoid it, but to no avail. It hit me in the side, very hard. My legs were hit hard and my head hurt. I was afraid of dying. But then I realized that Neymar was not there. They searched from everywhere, in the car, a road, in the bushes, but nothing to do until the parents heard Neymar crying. He was trapped under the seat. He was full of blood because of glass that gave him an injury. They immediately ran to the hospital where the family could be treated. Neymar had no idea what was going on since he was very small, but his father was sure of one thing. After what happened, nothing was going to stop him. In ninth place was Kaká, who before playing as a professional was about to be paralyzed. Kaká began his soccer career with São Paulo before going to AC Milan in 2003. In October 2000, Kaká at the age of 18 suffered a bad fall in a swimming pool, risking paralysis. Exactly, he broke his 6th cervical vertebra. After that accident, he was immobile for 2 months, but then he recovered. The doctors were stunned. They had told him that in such cases one could never walk again. In January 2001, he returned to the field, rose from the B category to the main category of São Paulo, and that is where his professional career began. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment and subscribe so you don't miss more videos.